Ja, da sitter vi i kinosalen rett etter at Bill Evans har gitt oss en fantastisk konsert. Og Bill Evans, you gave us a marvelous concert.
Thank you.
And now I want to test you. This is a blindfold test.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Oh yeah, sure, I remember that. I remember that. I Love You from the first album.
Yeah,
That's, yes,
that's many years ago now.
many years ago, but I still enjoy that record.
You
It's a good
often
record.
listen to your old records?
Well, I didn't for many, many years, but the last couple of years, I've been listening to my own records more and going all the way back, trying to learn something because I did things then that I don't do now, and vice versa, and I can hear myself much more objectively as another person would hear me when I listen to my early records. So I have been listening to myself more.
But you did this record about 25 years ago. or
That's
something.
right, that's right.
And in the end of the 50s, you played with Miles Davis.
Yes.
And you made a record with him too.
Yes, a couple of records, right.
Yes.
Mhm.
What record did you enjoy best playing with Miles Davis?
Well, I enjoyed both the ones with Green Dolphin Street and Stella by Starlight and those, Love for Sale. Then there was also one that they released recently, which we didn't even know was being recorded. They called Jazz at the Plaza. It was a party. And what I like about that record was it had Philly Joe Jones still in the band, whereas Jazz Track with Green Dolphin Street and Kind of Blue was with Jimmy Cobb.
Yeah.
So this was an indication of how the band sounded with Philly Joe and how the band sounded with Jimmy Cobb. Of course, Kind of Blue was the most popular of the three albums.
But how was, I have heard it was you made Kind of Blue in one day in studio.
Yes, that's right. Very quickly.
Was that a special experience for you?
Well, yeah, of course, anytime you play with musicians like that, it's a special experience. But I think we all just do our professional best. And perhaps that day, the chemistry was maybe a little better than usual or something, because that you can't predict. What you can do is to be a good professional, always do a good job, and sometimes things come together so that it's even a little better than professional. You know.
You have contact with Miles Davis these days?
Some.
Yeah.
I saw him, well, now it must be a year ago, because I had heard these rumors, so many rumors around, you know, about Miles, and somebody told me he was very sick, and they thought he was going to die, and he looked wonderful, and, you know, so it was...
I heard one some days ago. He's going to studio next week. What do you think?
You always hear those rumors, too, and then he might go to the studio, but he doesn't record, or he might not go to the studio. I don't know. But I know that when I last saw him, he didn't seem to have any intention of coming out and playing in public. He might record, I don't know.
But you had a big trio with Scott LaFaro and Paul Motion.
Yes.
And you always perform with trios.
Yes.
Why do you do that?
Well, for me, it's a very pure group, but primarily I am more in control of the music. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I can shape the music, and I state the theme. I keep the flow going. And the way we work, for instance, there's no talking. It's all done musically, indications, and it becomes a totally musical experience for the group and also the audience. So that's one of the main reasons. If I just added one horn, now I enjoy playing with horns, I record with horns frequently, but that's the main reason. Even if I use one horn, it changes that whole concept. Because then the thematic statements and all are out of my hands.
Yeah. What do you think about the audience here in Molde today?
Oh, it was excellent audience.
But I noticed that the audience are young people today, more than some years ago.
Everywhere it's the same. It's maybe 80% young people, you know. I think they're discriminating young people, or they wouldn't be here. Otherwise they would go with the masses and just, you know.
Why do you think young people listen more to jazz these days?
Well, I think some young people want a deeper experience. Some people just want to be hit over the head, you know. And then if they hit hard enough, maybe they feel something, you know. But some people want to get inside of something and discover maybe more richness. And I think it will always be the same. They're not going to be the great percentage of the people. The great percentage of the people don't want a challenge. They want something to be done to them. They don't want to participate. But there will always be maybe 15%, maybe 15%, that desire something more, and they'll search it out. And that's where art is, I think.
Does the audience response mean very much to you when you play?
Well, it's not primary. It means a lot to me, but primarily I know what's happening, you know. And sometimes when I think it's really happening, the audience, they do pick it up, but they may not pick it up as strongly as I feel it. And sometimes I think nothing is happening, and they still respond. And they're right, because we are professional and we are experienced, and therefore we're able to do a certain degree, always.
You have got almost a new trio now.
Yes, this is almost 2 years now with this trio,
Yes.
and I love this trio. It's a kind of a live trio. The music is alive with this trio. It's a wonderful trio, maybe the best one I ever had.
Do you compare the trios you have? Do you compare this
Well,
trio with the trio with Scott LaFaro
I
and
don't.
Paul Motian?
Yes, I don't compare them qualitatively so much, but characteristically, I think this trio resembles the first trio more than any other trio I've had. Definitely. This trio is related to the first trio, and in some ways the music is evolving and growing of itself like the first trio. But all the trios I've had I loved, and we've had special experiences. I think I'd run
Yeah, it's been very nice talking to you.
Thank
but
you.
Now you're laughing on the covers of your records. It's only the serious
I
man.
know, I know. Well, that's what they picture. They picture me that way. So if there's 4 pictures and 3 are smiling and 1 is serious, they take the serious one. So. But
Yeah.
we have to run to catch a plane, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
you have to catch a plane
Yes.
and you have to go to Italy. And I
Yes.
want to thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mind sit for 2 seconds? Just
I really have to go. Didn't you have a chance during all of that?
yes, but I would like to have you with the piano.
No, it's too late. I'm sorry.
Han må få lov å dra. Skal dra tak i det.